Hey guys, I know it's been a while, but today I had an interesting video. I don't think I've ever seen anybody do this before, but I wanted to do a video comparing the newest set of both the One Piece TCG and the Pokemon TCG. These are the two newest sets. This one a little bit more newer. This one literally hasn't even come out yet, but One Piece did come out about 2 weeks ago. So I want to just compare. And this is a TCG that I just recently got into. Not going to be going in as much as this one as I do with Pokemon, but it is something fun that we do play at my local TCG shop, and I wanted to give it a shot, so I do have plan to play this just a little bit, but definitely my main thing is still going to be Pokemon. But I thought this would be cool, so let's go ahead and open both of these and see which one is the best value for your buck if you were to get a booster box of the newest set of each of these. So let's go ahead and start off with the One Piece box, since this one, interestingly enough, they sell it to you without the shrink wrap if you go to a official TCG shop. They shouldn't tamper with it since it is an official shop, but I just find it strange, to be honest, that they sell it without any of the shrink wrap on it. Just feels a little weird in my opinion. But this one, how many packs does it have? I think it has 30 packs, 24 packs. So this one has 24 packs. And I believe, how much does Pokemon have? I don't even know off the top of my head. I need to count them. I think this one has 24 packs too. Okay, so I have to look it up because I just had a brain fart, but there's 36 packs in a booster box of Pokemon. So it seems that one has an edge over this, but the one of the reasons that I also want to get into the One Piece TCG is just because the value of these cards gets pretty ridiculous over time. I don't know what it is. I mean, I kind of know what it is from the little research that I've done so far. Apparently, Bandai doesn't print quite as much of this. And like Pokemon, they like print a little bit way too many at this point, apparently, which is why the values of those cards are a little bit low. But it's the opposite with One Piece. They print very low quantities of these boxes and of these cards. Oh, there we got the manga chopper, not the alt art, but I think the SR is still very cute. I do like that card. That's about a $5 card, I think, right there. But yeah, they're just very short printed, and I think it is an issue right now currently with Bandai. Don't know if they're gonna fix it, but that's kind of what makes the value of these cards kind of go higher as time goes on. I literally just went to a tournament today, and somebody was telling me how a card that I was looking for, which is about 36 bucks right now, when he bought a booster box at the time, it was like a $2 card, and now it's a $36 card, which by the way, that was 8-drop kid, an 8-cost green card kid, which is very good in one of my decks, my Film Utah deck. So yeah, so far this has been our biggest hit. It's about an $8 card. Let's see if we could pull anything better. Definitely would love to see the manga chopper, but I'm not hoping for that, or I'm not expecting to pull that. The main thing that I really want to get is the alt art Bond Clay. That one looks so nice. Someone literally just pulled that one today too at my TCG shop after the pack per win that we had today, and looks like we have something here. I think I already saw what it was, and it's not something that I really wanted. Okay, it wasn't what I thought it was. It is the Kairos leader alt art. Okay, so this one is a very nice card. It does I'm barely in the Alabasta arc from One Piece, which I read a long time ago at this point. So I don't know who any of these characters are, but these two characters are pretty cute. I'm assuming that's their dad. I think I've heard that somewhere. But yeah, very nice card. Very, very happy with this leader. Honestly, I kind of wish I would have pulled the leaders. I think Odin looks the coolest, so I kind of wish I would have pulled him. But this is still a very nice pull right there. I'm not sure about the price, so I'll kind of have to put it on the screen and we'll compare it at the end of the video. But that's the first big pull. On average, I've seen about 3 hits per box, like 3 big hits per box, so that's going to be one of them. Ooh, Viola, that's actually pretty good in some of the decks that I'm running. So not a bad pull right there. I already forgot what I was saying, but yeah, at my pack per win today, I ended up going 2 2-1. I won 2 games and I lost 2, which I think is pretty good considering I've only started playing the game about 3 weeks ago at this point. And but honestly, the reason that I won is because I'm playing a broken deck right now. I'm playing Red Purple Law, which is one of the top tier decks right now. So going into One Piece, there we got another like minor hit right there with Brook, pretty good card. But yeah, going into One Piece, I don't want to spend too much time deck building or anything like that. So basically what I'm doing is I just look at what the top tier decks are right now, choose one that I like, and I go and build it. And I'm just gonna play with that one. Not even gonna worry about trying to build multiple decks like I do with Pokemon. I have a lot of fun doing that with Pokemon, but I just don't have the time to be able to do that with 2 TCGs. So for One Piece, the plan is just go with the top tier decks, play what the top decks are, and just go with that. So far it's been doing pretty good. Like I said, did pretty well today, just lost 1 game. Ooh, we got Kid and Killer. That is a good deck right now in my Red Purple Law. Very good card. It has a rush ability which lets you attack on the turn that he's played, so that definitely comes in handy quite a bit. And then this is also pretty good in my Green Utah film deck. Yeah, it's just a 2k counter, and it also can do quite a bit of damage if you put this in play, since it does get 1000 power for every 3 rested Dawn cards that you have. So your later turns, he can do a lot of damage. But yeah, as I was saying earlier, the main card that I really want to pull is the Bond Clay alternate art, because it does have it has the art of Nami on it, even though it is a Bond Clay card. Honestly, I don't even know who Bond Clay is, but the artwork on there is so nice with Nami that I just want to put that card in my deck. So hopefully we can pull it today. We'll see. The guy at my locals got very lucky pulling that one. I think he won 2 games. So from 2 packs, he was able to pull it, which is crazy. He just got very lucky today. Here I'm gonna have a full booster box, and I doubt that I'm even gonna pull it, but we'll see. Hopefully I do. If not, what's something else that I would like to see? I'm trying to think about the pools. Oh, Kid and Killer. So Kid and Killer is also a cool card. I've already pulled 1 alternate art of it, but I did sell it right away because it was kind of early on when the set first released, and actually it's gone up since then. So if I pull another one, I'm probably gonna sell that as well, because another thing that I'm doing with this One Piece is any alternate arts that I pull, the ones that are valued quite a bit, I am not keeping. Oh, there we go. We pulled another alternate art. This one's Hiyori. So an example is I actually pulled this in one of my boxes earlier too, and I sold it right away. So anytime I pull an alternate art, I'm just gonna go ahead and sell it, because my plan with One Piece is not to collect. It's more so just to play. So unless it's a card that I really, really like, which I have been thinking about it, and I probably want to stick to collecting waifu cards. So I might actually start keeping these alternate waifu cards. Oh, I didn't even notice there's Zoro in the background. I don't know who this character is, but Zoro's back there looking pretty cool. So yeah, I might start, I actually just got a Nami binder, so I might start collecting the waifu cards from One Piece and just keeping them in a separate binder. So this one might actually stay there, unless I see it start to go really high up in value. So these 2 I like, so I might put those in the binder. But like Kid and Killer, it's a cool card, but it's not a waifu card, so I'm probably just gonna sell that one. All right, that's 2 hits. We have 1 more hit to go. Let's see what that 3rd one is. I'm hoping for the Nami, or the Bond Clay Nami. Nothing there. I'm just gonna start to go a little bit faster here. One thing I have noticed though is that there's really only like a handful of good cards in every set. Every other card, like all these cards that I'm kind of just flipping through, that one's actually pretty good in the nail. They are just not that great. I'm putting a lot of Flamphase, which is interesting because I didn't see many of her in some of my other boxes. But yes, a lot of these other cards are just not good, and so you're really just looking for those high value cards, and you get about 3 per box, so you kind of really want to hope it's one of the good ones. So keep going here. Oh, okay, I thought that was it, but no, that's just regular Lagoon, not the alternate art, which I have pulled that one. I do have that one in my trade binder right now, but nobody has quite gone to want to trade for it or want to buy it from me. So that one's sticking in the binder. We got that too. We have 2 more packs. Come on, please don't be a 2-hitter box. That would be very, very bad, honestly. Let's see what we can get here. Oh, okay, so that's the 3rd one. We got the Shirahoshi. This is another one that I would probably stick in my binder because it is a waifu card, and I actually really like this character. I don't know who she is. I haven't seen her in the anime, but I have seen some like figures and statues of her. Really like her character design. I just like mermaids in general. So yeah, definitely gonna be keeping this one. Although I do play her in one of my decks, so I might even stick her in one of my decks for now. And then the last pack, pretty sure it's not going to be a hit. We already got our 3 hits for this box. So again, like I said, I don't know the values right now, so I'll calculate those later, and then we'll compare it to the value of the Pokemon set. So these are our 3 hits right here. I'm going to add up the value of all of this, as well as all these SRs that I got here. Maybe some of these, because some of these are kind of valued at like $1, $2 or so. But I'm not going to be including any of this bulk right here. So yeah, we'll do that at the end. Let's go into the Pokemon booster box now. By the way, one thing I want to mention is this is the first box that I've opened where I don't pull one of those Bonjoy cards, which I was kind of joking around with one of my friends at my local shop. I told him that I've opened up 4 boxes before this. Every single box got in a Bon Clay, and this is the first time I don't get one, so I guess it's true. Maybe they don't come in every box, as I've just figured out right now. I was really hoping I would get the Nami version this time, but didn't happen. But going into Pokemon, this is the new Twilight Masquerade, and this one I'm actually excited about. I wasn't expecting to be too excited about this set. At first, a lot of people weren't too excited about it, but then they realized Dragapult EX is in here, and it is a very, very good card that kind of shifts the meta. It kind of shifts it away from Charizard, which has been dominating the meta, has been winning a bunch of cups and challenges and regionals and everything. As I was talking here, we get our first hit on the first pack, Sinistia EX. But yeah, that Dragapult is definitely going to be a Charizard killer, as well as a bunch of other stage 2 decks, like, or not even stage 2, but like, yeah, like Tim Pao. It's going to go after those Baxcaliburs. So yeah, it's going to be quite interesting to see how the meta shifts after this set comes out. Right now, I'm currently on Raging Bolt, and I've seen a really cool Raging Bolt Teal Mask Ogerpon deck, so I'm looking for those Teal Mask Ogerpons, as well as a bunch of other stuff. And here we did get a Greninja EX full art. I don't know how I feel about seeing these full arts. I've seen some people open boxes where they get 2 full arts and no special illustration rare, so it would suck if I do not get a special illustration rare. Those are my favorite cards to get. So let's see, but that's a good hit. A Greninja EX. That deck is something that a lot of people weren't too worried about as far as it being part of the meta or anything. But lately they've started to realize that it's actually a pretty decent deck. And one of my friends, his favorite Pokemon is Greninja. I play with him locally, and he was testing that deck the other day, and he kicked my butt with it. So yeah, I'd say that Greninja EX, I have a feeling it's going to pop out in the meta, and it's going to do well in some of these regional events, so we'll see. But there is the Fighting Ogerpon, not the one that I'm looking for, but I was thinking actually about maybe adding that one to my deck. It might not be bad having a combination of each one, and then you can use this item card right here and just switch them out. So that's a very cool little combo that you can do with those Ogerpons, which I think is pretty interesting. Let's go a little bit faster here. NAIC is going to be in a couple of weeks. Right now, I'm already starting to test it. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be playing the Raging Bolt list that I've been talking about. But another big deck that gets really good with this set is Lugia. Lugia becomes good again. There's a new A-Spec that's an energy card that that's a rainbow energy, and if your Pokemon gets knocked out with that energy attached, it takes 1 less prize card, which is really good. And I was testing that the other day and it was honestly pretty busted. I'm really liking that Lugia deck too. So I'm kind of between the Lugia deck and the Raging Bolt deck. We'll see what I end up playing for NAIC. But knowing me, I'm probably going to be playing the less meta deck, the one that I have more fun with. And I think that's going to end up being the Raging Bolt as I pull the Synestia EX Full Art. This one looks interesting with that background there. Kind of like that one, not gonna lie. But remember what I said earlier, we have now pulled 2 full arts. Come on, please don't let this be a non-special illustration rare box. It's gonna be very, very bad. Which, by the way, this box only cost me about 60 bucks because during my pre-release, I actually pulled the special illustration rare Greninja, and here we have our ace spec. What do we got here? Ooh, Scoop Up Cyclone. Okay, that's a good one. That's one card one of the ace spec that's played in some of the Dragapult decks, so that's good to see. But yeah, I was saying that I pulled the special illustration rare Greninja, and I told my shop to just go ahead and post it on TCG Player. Since they've had a lot of sales on there, they usually sell stuff quicker. So they ended up selling it, and then I ended up using the credits that I got from that sale towards this box, as well as some singles. And I ended up only having to pay $60 in cash for this one. So I'd say that was definitely worth it, trying to sell that special illustration rare Greninja early on, because that's when prices are just super high. I believe it sold for about 160 bucks. I ended up getting, because the shop sold it for me, I need this card, so I'm gonna set it aside. But because the shop sold it for me, they took a cut, and I ended up only keeping about 115 bucks out of the sale. So that was fine with me. I bought some singles, and then I used the rest towards this box. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that Greninja is gonna end up being about a $60, maybe even a $40 card, considering I don't think it's going to be as popular as some of the other cards out there, but a lot of people do love Greninja, so who knows? It could just skyrocket and be even higher than what I sold it for. Who knows? We'll find out, because lately another thing I've noticed is Pokemon cards have been going up in value crazy, especially like any of these Sword and Shield era cards. Like the Crown Zenith cards, just in a few days, like in a week, a lot of them have skyrocketed like to double their price, which is kind of crazy, honestly. But we still have not seen that with some of the Scarlet and Violet era cards. But so yeah, I don't expect that to happen with the Greninja, but we'll see. Hopefully I can pull another one. This is my first box that I'm opening for Twilight Masquerade. I still do have another 2 boxes that I pre-ordered from another site. So those will be coming in later. I probably won't do an unboxing from those 2 boxes, but I'm hoping that I get some good pulls out of those if this one isn't good. So far, okay, so we did end up getting a special illustration rare. Not the one that I was hoping for, but it's the Synestia EX special illustration rare. Still honestly, it's a cool looking card. I like the texturing. Just not the one that I wanted, but I mean, it's still going to be going into my set, so definitely going to be needing that for the set. So we have gotten our special illustration rare, as well as 2 full arts. And honestly, we have quite a bit of hits here. We have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hits so far, and we still got quite a bit of packs to go through. It's going to be interesting to just compare the values and see which one comes out on top here. Oh, yes. We got the Tatsugiri. This is the one that I was hoping for. If you guys don't know, I played a lot of Dondozo early on in my Pokemon career, and Tatsugiri was one of the... You needed Tatsugiri in that deck because Dondozo does more damage based off how many Tatsugiris are in your discard pile. So I love Tatsugiri. I have a soft spot for it. But not only that, this is actually a playable Tatsugiri that you can play pretty much in any deck. So this is going to be a staple moving forward. So I'm super glad that I pulled one. This one will not be going into my binder. This is going to be going straight into some of my decks. So super happy to have pulled that. We also got an enhanced hammer, so that's actually pretty good. So yeah, really happy with that Tatsugiri. Really beautiful art too. I love all the different Tatsugiris on there. Dude, this is a kind of a, I've been noticing that some boxes are just kind of busted, and this seems to be one of them because we're getting quite a bit of pulls here, which I am not complaining about. Hopefully all my boxes are like this. All I'm looking for now, oh, another card that I really want. There's another Tatsugiri, so that's good. You notice that I did put these over here because that Tatsugiri is very good. But another card that I really want to get is the Gold Ogre Pawn. That's the one that I want to play in my deck. So if we don't pull one here, we have to hope to pull two out of my other two boxes. Let's see though. Let's see if we can pull a gold card, since we've already pulled two full arts and a special illustration rare. I don't know what the chances are of me pulling a gold card out of this box now. We got another hit here. We got Ursaluna EX, another pretty much a staple that might be going into a lot of decks moving forward. This Pokemon is kind of like Radiant Charizard, where the more prizes your opponent takes, the less your attack cost, and this does do a lot of damage with 240, just 10 off of what Radiant Charizard does. One interesting thing that I just noticed is that it specifically says here that Blood Moon, just this attack only, cost one colorless less for each prize card your opponent has taken. That's different from Charizard, because Charizard says any attack used by this Pokemon, which means you can attach tool cards to it, and if those tool cards have a lot of energy that need to be used up, it will still attack for one colorless less for each prize card your opponent has taken. So this is definitely weaker than Charizard EX, but one cool thing is that you can include this as well as a Radiant Greninja, and you're effectively having two Radiant cards in your deck, although this is a two prizer. So yeah, overall I still think Charizard is better, but if you do want that flexibility of playing Greninja and Charizard, then that's an option now moving forward. So let's, oh, we got a Dreepy. We need those to build those Dragapult decks. One thing I just realized is we have not pulled any Dragapult EXs. No bueno, that's not good. We need those. So hopefully we can get at least one, hopefully. It's crazy that we haven't pulled any. And oh, this is another beautiful illustration rare. Watrel, super nice with him diving into the water. I think it looks really cool. Yeah, love that illustration rare. Glad I pulled that one. That's a lot of hits. It's looking like Pokemon might take this one, guys. Nothing there. Nothing there. Nothing there. Shit, that's like 4 or 5 packs in a row with nothing. Although to be fair, I have pulled quite a bit already. And oh, we got a Kyrian. I literally just pulled this during pre-release, and I also sold it. So here's another one that I can sell. But wow, this is a very good box. We got 4 packs left. Can we get one more hit? Going off of pull rates, at least from past Scarlet and Violet sets, there's at least one hit in every 3 to 4 or 5 packs. So it's possible we can get another hit here with 4 packs. Although you did see we just went through 4 packs earlier with no hits. Come on, let's see if we can get the gold card out of these last 4 packs. And yes, we did get one more hit. We got the Blissey AX, which another deck that I'm planning to build. So yes, very happy to have pulled that one. I need probably 3 more of those. I think the Blissey decks do play 4. All right. Oh my God, we got another hit, guys. We got the Teal Mask Ogre Pawn. This is the one that I was looking for. I already have the ones that I need. I'm looking for the gold ones, but that is still crazy that he pulled that. I have a feeling Pokemon's gonna win this battle between One Piece and Pokemon. And yeah, that's gonna do it. So in total, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 hit box right here, guys. 14 hits. That is a crazy box. Wow. Let me go ahead and do the math really quick. I'm gonna compare for Pokemon. I'm honestly just gonna include these because these are usually what all the other cards are honestly gonna be cents. So yeah, I'm gonna add up the cost of all of these hits. I'll add the cost of what I mentioned over there for One Piece, and let's see which one came out on top. All right, guys, so I'm not gonna lie, I was a little bit surprised here. And I don't know, I mean, one thing to note is right now we're dealing with pre-release prices for Pokemon because this set has not released. So the prices that I got for these can honestly go down by almost like 50% within like a month of the set release, or within a few weeks. So to keep that in mind when I say this, I might actually do like a shorts and just do an update after like this set releases, maybe a few weeks after the set releases, and update what the cost of all of these was compared to this. But as of right now, because this was such a good box, we got so many hits, and I just realized that we actually got one of every Sinistia EX, I'm pretty sure. We got the regular, the special illustration, and the full art. This all ended up being about $145. So that was quite a bit. Definitely made my money back for the box. The box did cost me 120 bucks. So very good. This, on the other hand, the pulls were not the greatest, honestly. We didn't pull the Bonclays. Of course, we didn't pull the Manga Chopper. If we did pull that, that would have blown this out of the water by quite a lot. But we didn't pull any of the big hitters. And honestly, I think we pulled the worst leader. This leader was, generally the leaders are one of the most valuable cards in a set. This ended up being lower than just these other alternate arts from the characters. So that was interesting when I was looking up the prices. I also ended up removing from the price of this all of these cards because I wanted to put like a threshold, and 50 cents was my threshold. So anything under 50 cents I was not going to be including. All of these rares and super rares ended up being under 50 cents. So I only included these right here, and the price for all of this, as well as those 3 hits right there, was $75. So almost half the value of my Pokemon pools right here. So that was very interesting. I have a feeling that by the end of it, these might go down quite a bit. So the opposite happens with each TCG. As time goes on, One Piece TCG values go up and Pokemon TCG values actually go down. So very interesting dynamic there with both TCGs, something that I've just noticed. So again, I want to do an update on this a few weeks after this set releases, and even during that time, some of the value for these cards might go up. Although, like I said, again, those aren't the most playable cards, so they might not go up as much. But I'll give you guys an update. But for now, Pokemon definitely won this round of One Piece versus Pokemon TCG. Guys, I'm in the middle of editing the video. I'm almost done, so I'm just gonna record this section right now. But I just checked the prices, and the value of those Pokemon cards after only a few days of recording that video has now dropped to about $106. So it went down quite a bit just in a few days. I expect that to go down just probably, like I said, about 50% from the original price after like 2 weeks or so when the set releases. So that's how quick Pokemon prices drop. That's why I sold that Greninja right away, which, by the way, that one's already at around $145. I sold it for around $160. So yep, it was honestly kind of fun though. I might keep doing this as new Pokemon and One Piece sets comes out, just see how they compare. But for now, that's going to do it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you guys in the next video.